Well, here's something we haven't done in a long time. Ubers! Hello, my name is Sada Gallade, and welcome to something brand new. The Uber Pokemon Association Season 2. We missed the beginning of it, but that's fine. And since this is Ubers, we're playing with the big boys again. But how big are we talking? This big! So here's what Eternatus does. First of all, it is speedy as hell, it covers our ground in poison, and it hits hard as hell. Not much to really say here, other than the fact of, I do not envy the people who have to get blender models of this thing, because, yeah, it's pretty big. But also, yeah, I'm excited to use this thing, and the fact that we can immediately deal with all of our speed tiers in one fell swoop, because, reminder, this thing is 130. I'm looking forward to this. Next up, Palafin is here. It's not really our Uber, but it's an Uber in spirit, so let's make this work. First of all, it's our government-mandated water type. It hits that 100 speed tier, and though it takes time to get there, it does have the base power of an Uber. Now, we will need some Pokemons to ensure it can safely transform and use that power, but as you can see, we are in no shortage of bulk. Now, I can talk about what Giratina does, or I can point out the hilarious fact that I drafted this thing right after church. You may laugh now. But all joking aside, Giratina is mostly here to be a bulky wall. We are doubling up on dragons, but that means our opponent has to go into a dragon-on-dragon matchup, which one of us has 130 speed. So I'm not too afraid of that thing. Other than that, we are here to have Satan. Next up, some more of that bulk I mentioned. We needed to get a Jigglypuff, to get Palafin back in for free. The Screamtail. Screamtail does what it always does. It has a bunch of nice utility, 111 speed, which is always great to have. And overall, just something I'm excited to use once again. I use it several times in casual leagues when I don't upload. And I'm excited to finally bring it to the main stage where I can click Parish Song to my heart's content. Yeah, you know we're doing that. Next up, the first of 3 Tera captains, the Toadscruel, and the entire league was clowning on me when I said I wanted to make this thing my Tera. Now, let's talk about what it does. First of all, it has Spore, which will always go last, it's a rapid spinner, and it has some pretty nice coverage. Not to mention, if we can Tera and combine that with its pretty good special defense, I don't care what the other mods say, I am not a clever drafting Tera Toadscruel, and I'm going to make this work. Next up, something they're not gonna clown on me for making my Tera, Weavile! Now, we already know what Weavile does. It got Axel and Knockoff back, and since then, it's like Gen 8 never ended for it. And, much like Gen 8, Weavile was a dominant force in Gen 8 Ubers. So hopefully we can translate those talents into Gen 9 as well, where we also have it Terastallizing. And our final Tera Captain, Chandelure. Now, what does Chandelure do? It's a nuke. We fought this thing several times, once in a finals game. You know what Chandelure does. It just click buttons and then everything go bye-bye. No more life for you. Now that we're done with the Tera Captains, what do I have to think about? Oh yeah, you again. So Kingambit didn't have the best run last time. Yeah, but it's fine. We're gonna make it up to him. This is another steel type that, while not an Uber itself, can do good in Ubers. Sadly, it cannot Terastallize, as that would be broken. But hey, I have high hopes for this thing again. Now that we're in a ever higher power environment, Kingambit just might have the tools it needs to actually pop off. Next up, something to fix our ground problem, Eelektross. Now, Eelektross has actually insanely good coverage for something so average. You wouldn't think this thing gets great coverage, but it can do whatever it damn well pleases. Not only that, again, electric types are always good to have. Ground immunities are always nice to have, because we do have problems with those. And overall, I'm excited to use its tippy toes to just tap dance over everything. And finally, the Piloswine. It's an electric immunity, which again, always nice to have since I don't want to rely too hard on Toadscruel for that. And it's a nice physical bulk, because you can never have too much bulk, except the guy who is allergic to it, but we do not talk about him. And yeah, that's our team. Nothing else to really say here. Nope, no other mods I could think of. See you guys week 1. Bye-bye.